1 Introduction. My name is Jem. I am 48 years old. My life was simple and quiet. I worked in an office in the city, and every day was almost the same. But one day, everything changed. It was a Tuesday afternoon, and it was raining hard outside. The sky was gray, and the streets were wet. I wanted a warm drink, so I went to a small cafe near my office. The cafe was cozy and warm inside. It was a nice place to escape the cold rain. I found a small table near the window and planned to read my book. As I walked to my table, my hands were full. I had my coat, my umbrella, and my big work bag. Suddenly, my bag slipped from my shoulder. It fell to the floor with a loud noise. My things spilled out everywhere: my keys, my wallet, my phone, and some papers. I felt a little embarrassed. Before I could bend down, a young man at the next table stood up to help me. He was quick and kind. He started to pick up my things. "Let me help you," he said. His voice was soft and calm. We both reached for my wallet at the same time. For just a second, his hand touched mine. It was a small, simple touch, but I felt something strange. It was like a little electric shock. My heart started to beat faster. I looked up at him. He had very kind, dark eyes and a warm smile. He gave me my things, and I thanked him. He said his name was Danny. I learned he was only 27 years old. The age difference was big. I was 21 years older than him. This was a new and surprising thought for me. We talked for a few minutes. He was easy to talk to. He did not look at me like I was an older woman. He just looked at me like I was a person. When I left the cafe, the rain had stopped. I felt different. I did not know it then, but that small moment in the cafe was the start of a new story. It was the beginning of an unexpected connection. It was a connection that would change my life in many ways. I could not stop thinking about his kind eyes and that simple touch. 2. Our coffees. After that first day, Danny and I started to meet for coffee. It became our special thing. We met at the same small cafe near my office. We went there 2 or 3 times every week. I looked forward to our meetings all day. At work, I often watched the clock. I was excited to see him. It was a strange feeling for me. I did not feel this way for a very long time. Seeing his smile was the best part of my day. Our talks were easy and interesting. We talked about everything. We liked the same kinds of books. We both enjoyed old music from the 1980s. He told me about his dreams. He wanted to travel and see the world. I told him about my life and my job. He listened carefully to everything I said. He made me feel important. With him, I could talk for hours. The time always went by too fast. He made me laugh a lot. His jokes were simple, but they made my heart feel light. I felt like I was a young woman again, not a woman who was almost 50. Soon I started to see things. People in the cafe watched us. When we laughed, they looked at us. Sometimes they talked very quietly. I could not hear their words, but I knew they were talking about us. I saw the questions in their eyes. They wondered why a young man like Danny was with an older woman like me. It made me feel uncomfortable. I tried to ignore them. I tried to focus only on Danny and our conversation, but it was difficult. Their looks made me feel old. They made me remember that I was 21 years older than him. Inside my head, I had a big problem. One part of me was very happy. I liked spending time with Danny. He was kind and funny. But another part of me was scared. I told myself, we are just friends. It is only coffee. It is nothing more. I repeated this to myself every day. I tried to believe it. I thought it was wrong to feel anything more for a man so young. I was confused about my feelings. I did not want to be a foolish older woman. One afternoon, we were talking about a sad book. I felt a little sad, and he saw it in my face. He wanted to make me feel better. As we sat at our small table, his hand moved across it. His fingers gently brushed against my hand. It was a small, quiet touch. My whole body felt warm. I should have moved my hand away. That is what a friend would do. That is what I told myself to do. But I did not move. I left my hand there next to his. In that moment, I stopped telling myself we were just friends. I knew, and I think he knew too, that this was something more. 3. The first kiss. One evening, Danny and I went for a walk by the river. The air was cool, and the city lights looked beautiful on the dark water. We did not talk much at first. It was nice just to walk together in the quiet. I felt calm and happy to be with him. We stopped walking near an old stone bridge. Danny turned to look at me. His face was serious in the soft light from the streetlights. "Jem, I must tell you something," he said. His voice was low and careful. "I like you very much. I don't think of you as just a friend. I see you as a woman." My heart started to beat very fast. His words were a complete surprise, and I did not know what to say. I was happy, but I was also very scared. I thought about our ages. I am 21 years older than him. What would people think? My colleagues at work and my family would not understand. I was afraid of their judgment. I looked away from him at the dark water and felt very confused. Danny saw the fear in my eyes. He took my hand gently. "Your age does not matter to me, Jem," he said softly. "I only care about how I feel when I am with you." He moved closer to me. We were standing under a tall streetlight. The light made a bright circle around us on the ground. He put his other hand on my cheek and he kissed me. It was a slow, warm kiss. In that moment, all my fears and worries disappeared. Everything felt right. When the kiss ended, I slowly opened my eyes. Then I saw someone across the street. A woman was standing there, watching us. I knew her. It was Sarah from my office. Her face showed her shock. When our eyes met, she quickly turned and walked away. I knew our secret was not safe anymore. The next day at work was very difficult. People stopped talking when I walked into a room. I heard them whispering. The rumors started quickly. They said I was a lonely woman who was using money to get a young boyfriend. Their words were cruel and they hurt me. But when I felt sad, I remembered Danny's kiss. The joy of falling in love was stronger than the pain of their gossip. 4. His family. A few days after our first kiss, Danny said he needed to do something important. "I have to tell my family about us," he said. I felt very nervous when he said this, but I knew he was right. He wanted to be honest with the people he loved. That evening, he went to his room to call his mother. I sat in my living room and waited for him. I could not hear his mother's words, but I saw the change on Danny's face. His happy smile disappeared. When he came back, he looked very sad. "She is not happy," he told me, and his voice was quiet. "My mother thinks our age difference is too big. She believes you are too old for me. She used a bad word. She said you are trapping me because you are lonely." The word trap hurt me more than anything. It was a cold and ugly word. I was not trapping him, I loved him. His mother did not know me, but she already decided she did not like me. The problems with his family did not stop there. The next day, his sister sent him a long message. She was angry too. She told him he was making a big mistake and that he was hurting their mother. She said she did not want to see him for a while. Danny felt very alone. His family was very important to him, and now they were against him. It was all because of me. I felt terrible. I did not want to be the reason for his pain. One evening, I looked at him and my heart was heavy. "Danny, maybe this is wrong," I said softly. "Maybe you should leave me. Then you can have your family back. I don't want you to be unhappy." My heart was breaking as I said the words, but Danny immediately shook his head. He came to me and gently held my face with his hands. He looked directly into my eyes. His own eyes were serious and full of love. "No, Jem," he said strongly. "I will not leave you. My family will understand one day. But if they don't, I still choose you. I will always choose you." His words made me cry, but they were happy tears. I knew then that his love was real and strong. He was ready to fight for our relationship. I also understood that our journey together was not going to be easy. We had his family's disapproval to face. It was the beginning of a long and difficult fight, but we would face it together. 5. A big question. It was a beautiful Sunday morning. The sun was warm and the sky was blue. Danny and I decided to go to the park. We often went there on weekends. It was our special place. We walked slowly, holding hands. Children were laughing and playing. Old couples sat on benches and enjoyed the quiet morning. I felt happy and calm. For a moment, I forgot about the problems with his family and the whispers from other people. It was just a simple, lovely day with the man I loved. We found a quiet bench under a big tree. We sat and talked about small things. We talked about a book I was reading and a movie he wanted to see. Suddenly, Danny became very quiet. He stopped talking and looked at me. His eyes were serious. "What is it, Danny? Are you okay?" I asked. He smiled a little, but he looked nervous. He stood up and took my hand, asking me to stand up too. I was confused. I did not understand what was happening. Then he did something I never expected. He went down on one knee. My heart started to beat very fast. He took a small, dark blue box from his pocket. He opened it slowly. Inside, a simple and beautiful gold ring was shining in the sunlight. I put my hand over my mouth. I could not believe it. He looked up at me, and his voice was soft but clear. "Jem," he said, "I love you more than anything. Will you marry me?" For a second, the world went silent. All the sounds of the park disappeared. It felt like we were the only two people there. But then I noticed the other people. Some had stopped walking to watch us. An old woman on a nearby bench was smiling. A young couple pointed and whispered, and they looked happy for us. But I also saw other faces. I saw a man shake his head slowly. I saw a group of women looking at us with cold eyes. I could feel their judgment. They saw our age difference, not our love. All those looks, good and bad, did not matter. I looked down at Danny. He was still on one knee, waiting for my answer. His eyes were full of hope. In that moment, I knew what to say. I did not care about the world. I only cared about him and our future together. A big, happy smile came to my face. Tears of joy filled my eyes. "Yes," I said. My voice was strong and clear. "Yes, Danny, I will marry you." 6. Our wedding day. We decided to have a small wedding. We did not want a big, expensive party. We wanted a quiet day with the people who supported us. We found a beautiful garden for the ceremony. It was full of green trees and colorful flowers. We invited only a few of our closest friends. I invited my best friend, and Danny invited 2 of his friends from work. We also invited Danny's family, but we were not sure if they would come. His mother told him she was not happy about the wedding. This made Danny sad, but he still wanted to marry me. We just wanted a simple day to celebrate our love. The morning of our wedding was sunny and warm. I felt excited and a little nervous. My best friend, Sarah, was with me. She helped me with my white dress and my hair. We were laughing and talking when someone knocked on the door. It was Danny's mother. I was very surprised to see her. She did not smile. Her face was serious and cold. Sarah left the room to give us some time alone. I did not know what to say. Danny's mother walked into the room. She did not say hello or congratulations. She was holding a paper in her hand. "I want you to sign this before you marry my son," she said. Her voice was hard. I looked at the paper. It was a legal document. It said that if we divorced in the future, I could not take any of Danny's money. She told me it was to protect him. I understood what she was really saying. She thought I was marrying her son for money. She did not believe my love was real. I looked at her, and I felt sad for her. She could not see how much I loved Danny. I took the paper from her hand. I did not need to read it carefully. I knew what I had to do. I took a pen from the table and I signed my name at the bottom. I gave the paper back to her. "I love your son," I told her quietly. "I do not want his money, I only want him." She looked at me, and for a moment I think she was surprised. Then she took the paper and left my room. She did not say another word. I did not tell Danny about his mother's visit. It was our special day, and I wanted him to be happy. When I walked into the garden, I saw him waiting for me. He looked so handsome in his suit. He smiled, and my heart felt full. I saw that his sister was there, sitting with our friends. That was a happy surprise. The ceremony was short and beautiful. We stood under a big tree and said our promises to each other. We called these promises our vows. I promised to love and take care of him for the rest of my life. He promised the same to me. When he put the ring on my finger, I felt tears in my eyes. They were happy tears. The official person said, "You are now husband and wife." Danny kissed me, and all our friends clapped. In that moment, nothing else mattered. Not our age, not what people thought, and not his mother's paper. We were together, and I was the happiest woman in the world. 7. A secret letter. Our first few months of marriage were wonderful. We lived in a small, sunny apartment and enjoyed our simple life together. I felt happy and secure with Danny. The whispers from other people felt far away, like a bad dream. Our love felt strong and real. One afternoon, I was cleaning our bedroom. I decided to organize the drawers in Danny's old desk. In the back of a drawer, under some old notebooks, I found an official envelope. It was from a lawyer. I felt a little nervous, but I opened it carefully. My hands started to shake as I read the words on the paper. The letter was about the inheritance from Danny's father, who died many years ago. It said that Danny would receive a lot more money if he married before his 28th birthday. I looked at the date on the letter. It was from a year ago. Danny was 27 when we got married. He turned 28 just 2 months after our wedding day. A cold feeling went through my body. All my happy feelings disappeared. I suddenly remembered his mother's angry words. I remembered the looks from strangers in the park when he proposed. They all thought I wanted his money. But what if it was the other way around? What if Danny married me for this inheritance? The thought was very painful. Was our love just a plan? Was I a fool? When Danny came home that evening, I could not speak. I could not even look at him. I left the letter on the kitchen table. He saw it, and his face became pale. He tried to talk to me, but I walked away to the bedroom and closed the door. For 3 days, we did not speak. We lived in the same apartment like 2 quiet strangers. The silence was heavy and sad. I cried every night when he was asleep. I felt so hurt. I thought our love was special, but maybe it was just a story about money. On the morning of the 4th day, Danny came and sat next to me on the sofa. His eyes were tired. He said my name quietly. He told me that he knew about the money for a long time, but he said it was never important to him. He said he loved me, and that was the only reason he asked me to marry him. I wanted to believe him, but I was still afraid. He saw the doubt in my eyes. He went to his desk and came back with another folder. He opened it and showed me more papers. One document showed that he wrote to the lawyer before our wedding. In his letter, he said he did not want the extra money. Another paper showed that he gave all of that inheritance money to a charity for sick children. I looked at the papers, and then I looked at my husband. I saw the truth in his kind eyes. I felt so ashamed. Tears ran down my face. He put his arms around me, and I held him tightly. My trust in him was back, and our love felt stronger than before. 8. Our life now. It is now 2 years after our wedding day. Life is very different and quiet. In the beginning, it was hard when people looked at us in the street or in a restaurant. We could hear them talk about our age. It was not easy, but we learned to be strong together. Now, we do not listen to the whispers anymore. Their words are not important to us. Our love is our world, and we live inside it, happy and safe. Our life is happy and very normal. We are like any other married couple. On weekends, we go to the market and buy fresh food. Danny loves to cook, and I love to watch him in the kitchen. We make dinner together and talk about our day at work. Sometimes we have small arguments about silly things, like what movie to watch or who forgot to buy milk. But we always laugh about it later. Last year, we traveled to a beautiful island with blue water. We walked on the beach and forgot about everything. We also enjoy simple evenings at home, reading books in the same quiet room. These simple moments are the best part of our life. We have built a home full of laughter and support. Sometimes, I still think about our age difference. 21 years is a long time. I look in the mirror and see the lines around my eyes, and I know he is still so young. For a moment, a small fear can come into my heart. But then Danny comes into the room. He puts his arms around me and tells me I am beautiful. He smiles at me, and the fear goes away. When I look into his kind eyes, I do not see a young man. I see my husband, my partner, and my best friend. The age gap is just a number. It is not important. What is important is how we feel. Our journey was not easy. We had many problems with his family and with strangers. But we fought for our love. We learned that true love is stronger than other people's opinions. It is a lesson I will never forget. Our story shows that love can win against everything. My name is Jem, and my husband, Danny, is the best part of my life. I love him more with every new day.